got a whole lot of new money though. Raindrop, drop top, smoking no cook in the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, dot. Looking up dope in the pot. We came from nothing to something, nigga. I don't trust nobody with the trick, nobody. All of the gang and they coming to gang. Call me a river to do with my shit.
What is going on, everybody? Happy Thursday. Excited to have you guys with us. It is October the 3rd, and welcome to Afternoon Betspresso right here on the Betting News Network. That is Mr. Vsauce tapping in with us on this beautiful Thursday. That is Just Sook. My name is Sweatpan Jesus. So stoked to have you guys here, right here on the channel. Landon, we were right on time today, brother, so I don't even want to hear it. 10 seconds, maybe? 10 seconds? That's all we're getting? But hey-ho. I did get a request, boys, from Landon to bring back the, oh, God. To bring back the vibe check. He actually asked us to do some more episodes of the podcast.
I would love to.
Well, Gerald, it's because it's Shaggy's basic responsibility, and he didn't have Wi-Fi today. So I would have done it, but I had to deal with 7,000 other things. So apologies. Anyway,
nice glass.
Nice glass. Absolutely.
Thank you. Rusty's kind of built up this reputation that I feel like I got to live up to now.
We got a sub bang already, boys.
Hey, let's
BetAlytics.
Oh, let's go.
Thank you, BetAlytics.
Oh,
Rob's sitting in the shadows, just dishing out stuff like Santa Claus. You know,
let's go.
We absolutely love to see you. Thanks for tapping in, guys, and joining us today on this beautiful Thursday. It's basically the weekend. Give yourself a pat on the back. You fucking made it. Excited to have you guys here. Thanks so much for stopping by. Brought to you by our sponsors at BetOnline. You guys know the deal, chat. Get involved with BetOnline with that cute little QR code at the top corner of the screen. Get $1,000 dropped into your account plus $10 as well. So go check it out. Get involved with everything that we're going to talk about today and so much more. Excited to have the Sauce team early. We are going to have Mr. Marcio is going to be hanging out with us a little bit later. He's going to come in and come out to talk about the one baseball game on the slate because it is the playoffs and there is a baseball game. But as Landon so rightly said, we have Rob from BetAlytics, which we absolutely love to see. We'll bring up Rob in just a second. But before we do that, gentlemen, how are we living? Are we ready to rock and roll?
Dude, I know Slick's fired up for this Thursday night football game, so I'm just going to cut him off right away before he gets too antsy. But Slick, how you feeling?
Oh, I'm excited. We'll get there, though. We'll get there. We'll let all the Falcons love out, and then I'll get my chance at the end.
Okay. Let's get to it.
We could have a good Thursday night football game, but let's not get ahead of ourselves.
It's going to be great. Either way, it's going to be great. I think we're going to get points.
We hope so. Vsauce. Yeah. Excited to have you guys here. Excited to talk all about this Thursday night football game tonight, NFC South showdown, and we're going to talk about some baseball as well. But let's go ahead and hop in the lab. It's no fun leaving Rob in the shadows. This is Rob. This is better.
Oh boy, wonder what they're gonna get into today. Uh-oh, back to the lab again. Oh no, back to the lab again. We messed up. Back to the lab again. Not again. Back to the lab again. Uh-oh.
I gotta stay till I die.
Roberto, what's going on, brother? How are we doing?
Doing great. Rob from BetAlytics back in the house. We're going back to the lab again, as we do. We got what looks like a great game on paper tonight anyways. Fellas, how are we feeling about it?
I'm excited.
Sook is very jazzed. V is also jazzed. I'm excited to hear what you have to say about the game, too. Sook's going to be a little sad, unfortunately. But it should be a good one tonight, as you mentioned on paper. Excited to see what you've got for us from the BetAlytics lab. As always, guys, Rob's going to show you the data that is backed by BetAlytics.com. He is going to be giving away 3, count them, chat, 1, 2, 3 subscriptions just for you guys being in the chat with us today. So 3 of you guys are going to get a month subscription from Rob just for hanging out and watching how it all works on the dashboard. But if you guys don't win, you get a chance to get involved with BetAlytics by using our promo code BNews to get 30% off your subscription, just like pay for Netflix. So Rob, take it away, brother. Take us to the lab. What's the data saying tonight, man?
Yeah, just Lando always throws me off in the chat. I feel like we're having an online affair or something. Lando, we gotta come out to where you are. We gotta meet, buddy.
You got to go to St. You ever wanted to go to St. Louis in your life?
I do now, baby.
Hey, there it is. Do now, baby. Let's go. All right, brother. What you seeing on this football game tonight?
Yeah, so pulling up the game markets dashboard, our top game market best bet is Atlanta Falcons money line. Our projection is Falcons winning this game pretty much at 60% win probability. And this line has just been slowly creeping up all day. So I'm not usually a huge public betting percentages guy, but sometimes there's some trends that do really just catch your eye and how the sports books correspond move to it. Just want to talk about that a little bit. It was early on, even yesterday it was 1.5. Early today, 2. No, yeah, the 2. Now it's up to 2.5. So obviously the money line's crept from like minus 120, 125, 130. I think it might even be up to 140 on some places. I think Sook might be one of these bettors, but if you kind of survey some of the public betting behaviors, activity on this game, I'm seeing anywhere from 60, 70, 80% on Tampa tonight. Obviously, 3-1 team getting some points. They're going to be a popular bet. When you see some overwhelming percentages like that and the books just keep creeping the lineup on the other end, sometimes that does just say that not only are they not scared of the Bucks money, they're actually encouraging it even more. So I have a hunch that their data's like us. They're really liking the Falcons tonight, and they're not really scared of the Bucks public money. So we're definitely on the Falcons. And just a couple other things I wanted to talk about. One is the injury report. Tampa's got to be the one of, if not the most injured teams heading into their games in week 5 here. Just some of those, especially on their defense right now. They have all-pro safety Antoine Winfield. He's out. Starting right tackle Luke Gedeke's out. A cornerback Bryce Hall is out. Defensive tackle Kalijah Cansey's out. And then they have some depth receivers out in Palmer and McMillan. But those defensive injuries are really standing out to me. And in Atlanta offense having a little breakout season with Kirk Cousins here at home. I think they can do some damage here. Another thing I was going to talk about is kind of some strength of schedule. In our data, and even some like ESPN data out there that you can look at, Atlanta so far has had the number one hardest schedule by far, and they still look pretty good. Pitt's at 3-1. They had big week 1 win. Philly, some might say they're on a kind of a downfall this year, but they're still at 2-2. They took care of Philly. KC, obviously the best team in the league at 4-0. They had their KC's back against the wall. Some say like they should have won that game. Took care of New Orleans too. So they by far had the hardest schedule, and they've looked pretty sturdy so far. So another thing with the defense is the rushing D. Bucks came in this game ranked 22nd, and now they're missing starting defensive tackle, starting right tackle. I think you can see a massive game from Bijan here as well. So those are kind of some our main points about the Atlanta money line, and that's our top game market bet for sure.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to talk a little bit more about this later. But we talked about it some in Spaces earlier today that the line move is a bit weird. It was a 1.5 point spread for most of the week, and then over the last 24 hours, it jumped up to that 2.5 line with that move. So that is a very interesting trend, and I kind of lean with you too, brother, but I don't know if I like a particular side necessarily in this game, and I don't want to see Sook cry on the channel. But fair enough. But Atlanta money line is backed by the data. As you guys can see, you're getting a nice line on that right now. You can get minus 125s, minus 130s out there as well. Now, chat, go ahead and just prepare yourselves, because Rob is about to give you guys some major PTSD with this touchdown score. So let's go ahead and get ready. If you've drafted him in fantasy for the past 2 seasons, because the data's telling you guys is gonna break your heart again tonight.
No, really?
Yeah, we're going there. So let me preface this with this is just a straight value hunter play. Obviously, the whole world is down on our boy Kyle Pitts right now. Kyle Pitts anytime TD plus 240. to be honest, this is just showing you how to use the touchdown tool to find value. He's not our top projected win probability player to score a touchdown. That belongs to Bijan Robinson at 56%, but he's juiced at -125. So we're if you sort by edge here on the touchdown tool, you're going to find just straight value hunting plays. Obviously, if you draft Kyle Pitts in fantasy, you're down in the dumps right now. If you go to any mainstream article, a start and sit fantasy article, he's on the sit bench right now. Although he did score in week 1, there's not a ton to like about him right now. His targets are down, his receptions are down. Even if he gets his targets, he's been dropping balls. I can't come on here on this stream right now. I can't do it as as NFL fans and pump Kyle Pitts' tires right now. But while the whole world is down on him, that's when a Kyle Pitts comes and has a huge night on Thursday night primetime football. We're just showing that the value is there. We've identified that the books have really dropped has amped up his value because obviously the public betting percentages aren't there. But that's right when you go in and you capitalize on great value there at +240. In this expecting Atlanta to have a big game against a depleted Tampa defense. I think there'll be some opportunities here to have a redemption game.
I will say that our buddy Trizzy, who's been kind of picking these spots really nicely. Trizzy's tutters. One of Trizzy's tutters tonight is Mr. Kyle Pitts.
He said
I know
it
you like to
last
be.
week too. He called Xavier Legette's first NFL touchdown, which was, I thought, huge. He also called Xavier Worthy, another great +200 touchdown scorer. He had a bunch last week. He's been hot. And the first thing he said to us this morning was, guys, I got my teddy. It's Kyle Pitts. And then Chef almost kicked him out of the chat. That was how that morning went. And then he's like, hear me out, hear me out, hear me out. So here's just like what he had to say about this. He's like, the line is a little bit lower than where you would kind of expect a guy's line to be coming off back-to-back games with no receptions. He hasn't been doing anything, and the books have kind of like lowered his line just a little bit where it looks like he might get one into the end zone. And you know, Trizzy, he's tinfoil hat on all the time. He's just, you know what I mean? Like if we have green lenses, he's got a tinfoil scalp. That's just our buddy, 100%. But that's why I think he's honestly wins so many bets. I love to hear both you guys on it. I'm definitely pushing the button today.
Yeah, for sure. So that's he's got a tinfoil hat. We have a tool for that identifies the value. But I'm glad that we're a meeting of the minds on that one. So yeah, the value is definitely there. So yeah,
when the tinfoil hat and the smart data come together, that's when you should press the button. That's how that goes. Good stuff, man. Well, Falcons money line was the major play from BetAlytics. That's the one that the data liked the most. If you're looking for a little more value and you guys can stomach it, Kyle Pitts for a touchdown. Now we're going to take you guys to the college kid. Shags isn't with us today. Unfortunately, had some Wi-Fi problems. Mr. Marcio is not ready to join us from behind the scenes on some college action, but a couple college football games tonight, and you've got to play on one of the games. And chat, it's an under. So give it to us, Rob, what you got.
Yeah, so I was just surfing our dashboards, obviously, for Thursday night football plays, which I just dropped, but we do also have NCAA college football, and I just hit that up, and we have an A grade strong projection for tonight. So it's an A grade play. It's Texas State at Troy. Haven't given out a winning under on here in a while, so here it is. A sneaky little college football under 57 points. Yeah, we have a 60.2% win probably on it, 54.5% projected points. So I don't know, over three points projected under the total. Can't say I watched enough Texas State at Troy games to give you some more advanced trending data on that, but our college football has been hot, so we trust the dashboards on this one.
Absolutely. When we bring Colby up in just a minute to talk baseball, I'll ask him if he has a thought on this game. We talked about it a tiny bit in Spaces earlier today, but both of these games are PU stinky. So like the under though. Good stuff, Rob. Well, there you guys go. Texas State, Troy under 57 from the BetAlytics dashboards. The Falcons on the money line for Thursday night football, and then if you're feeling really frisky, Mr. Kyle Pitts to take us home and not. Little dust on that one. Good stuff, brother. Well, as he said, and as I said, guys, they're going to give away 3, count them, 1, 2, 3 subscriptions to BetAlytics for the first month that you guys get to use the data that Rob just showed. And guys, this is the perfect time to get involved. Hockey's around the corner starting next week. Actually, game tomorrow over in Prague. Hockey's around the corner. NBA around the corner too. Obviously, lots of NFL and college football left. We got soccer on the pitch, everything on the dashboards. So be sure to stick around just for being in chat. Drop a dub so you guys get a chance to be sure to be entered into the giveaway, which will happen right now. We're going to run some duckies and allow Rob to be Santa Claus or Oprah, Santa Oprah, which I know you love to do. Master Sook, are you ready to run the duckies? Oh, look at you. Look at you. Look at all the duckies. Let's
Fuck
go.
these ducks, but let's go. People get free shit.
Yeah. You really don't like these ducks.
I hate these
Let's roll.
fucking ducks.
Let's get it. Let's go.
Somebody's
Holy
gonna break
freaking
away
ducks.
here.
I know. We have
Come on.
Oh, there's
Come
it's the
on.
clown. It's clown in the middle.
School bets?
bets.
Cool bets.
School bets. Let's go. Congrats, school bets. Drop a dub if you are in the chat, just so we know that you're real. School bets, 10-4s. School bets. Also, guys, just before we run to the next one, be sure you message BetAlytics on Twitter at BetAlytics Inc. so they can get involved in touch with you guys to give you your subscription. So I'm just not seeing school bets. Just go ahead and run the next one and we'll figure it out.
Let's go. Sounds like a real name, though, school bets, right?
It does. It doesn't sound like a bot. It's got to be real.
Kadar.
School bets.
Kadar.
School bets. You end up seeing this, hit us up on X. We'll hook you up.
Let's go. Oh my God. Is that Landon?
Landon?
Landon. Let's go.
Still
Doesn't
here?
Landon already have a sub?
Yeah, he does.
Landon, I'll get in touch with you. We'll give you something else. We'll run it one more time just to make sure that we give the entire goods to everybody. Kadar.
Let's go.
Kadar's like, I ain't ever even seen my duck.
There's a Batman duck. Never seen that.
Oh, close. Lots of close races
Uh-oh.
today.
Jojo?
Oh,
Embiid?
Embiid.
It's Embiid.
The only thing Embiid ever is going to win. Let's go, Embiid.
Just
Take
in
over.
time for the NBA season.
Yep.
Bang. Congratulations, Takeover Embiid. Appreciate you. All of you guys that won, please get in touch. As Rob said, send them an DM on X, and they will get you guys sorted out with the free monthly subscription. If none of you guys didn't win, because we can't give it to everybody, you can go get involved, though. It's like paying for Netflix. So use BetAlytics with our promo code BNews. Get 30% off your sub and get the data and so much more from Rob and the squad. And Eugene in the chat. Hi, Eugene. Rob, appreciate you, brother. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your Thursday. Enjoy the game tonight. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, see you next week, guys. Hey, I know there's a misconception about Kirk Cousins on the primetime, but he's already got
Don't
a
overthink
primetime
it.
win. He's already got a primetime win this season. So
I was gonna say he's
Right.
1-0 on prime
Right.
time with the Falcons.
let's
All right,
go.
BetAlytics the Skynet today for me, baby.
All right, cheers,
Don't
guys.
overthink it. See you later, buddy. Appreciate you, man. That is our buddy Rob. Love Rob. Can we get some dubs in the chat for Rob? Holy Rob. Great stuff. Chat, we're gonna do. I hope you didn't close the ducks. Did you close the ducks because you hate him so much?
I did close the ducks, but just give me a scant.
Skate.
Give you a skint. Are you talking Punjabi to me again? So, chat, as you can see on my head, we have new merch. Hasn't been announced yet because there's a few more little bits and bobs we're figuring out about it. But we have new merch. We have new hats. They're very nice. They are very, very nice. I'm very happy with how they look. And in honor of you guys being with us today, we're going to give one of these bad boys away to you motherfuckers. So just for being in the chat right now, we're going to give away a new hat to you guys. We have dad hats. We have a hat like this one. And then we have trucker hats, all with the Betting News logo on them. We'll have some new ones very, very soon as well. So stick around in the chat. Drop a dub if you're here. And then Sook will do his least favorite activity and run the duckies one more time.
All right, just adding a couple people that just commented, and I think we are good.
Love to see it. Love to see it. There's a lot of colors, so as soon as we find out who wins, we will send you guys the link, and you can pick which one you'd like. All right, duckies for hats. Yeah, let's do it.
I almost put myself in here. I want a hat.
Yeah, we can have a conversation. It's a race. It's a race. It's a race. It's a race. If Landon wins again,
Oh my god. Oh no,
Nice.
someone out of nowhere.
Oh,
Uncle Tone!
Uncle Tone.
Hey!
Uncle Tone out of
Oh,
nowhere,
wow.
Mage. Holy, I know Uncle Tone's real. Just drop a
Yep.
dub to make sure you're still here, Uncle Tone. Appreciate you. New follower of the program. Only last like couple weeks. Hey
Yeah.
man, that's what you get. That's what we'd love to see.
Appreciate you, Unc.
Yeah. Got that stamina, Unc. Gotta get that stamina.
Yeah.
Oh man. The hats are $25. They'll be in the store. We have 2 more styles. We're waiting for the prototypes to arrive. Actually, Mr. Marcio will probably have his in the next couple of hours to make sure. So we're gonna hold off until we're gonna make a big announcement for all of them when they all arrived. But we got little teasers around the corner for you guys. So Mr. Marcio doesn't know we're doing this, but we're gonna bring up Mr. Marcio to talk about the one baseball game tonight for you guys. So it's kind of like a little it's kind of like we're getting like a little like during the day pickoff, like a little pickoff. So here we go. Baseball's still on, boys and girls.
Nope,
You're muted.
Oh, wow.
I got you now. You're good.
You good?
Got
You got me?
now.
You know
Hell
what's
yeah.
weird? Just we're speaking about hats. Shaggy's not here, so I can put a hat on now. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I'm pump faking on you guys because I got a better hat. I got a way better hat.
Let's go.
I was gonna put on this. I could have put on this. I could have put on my boys, but I got a better hat.
Oh,
Why waste my time putting on another hat when I'm just here to rep the brand? It's absolutely rep the brand. Since we're talking about baseball, you got the pickoff, you got the intro. If you didn't get chills on that, you don't watch the right sports. Sorry, you might be. I didn't say it. I would never call the chat, but you might be one if you didn't get chills from that video and you're not excited about this game. Sure, there's Thursday night. Sure. Do I have money on Baker Mayfield? Sure, 100%. You're gonna give me the 2-time walk-on as a dog? He went to Oklahoma and the coach didn't even know he was there. Moving on. We're here for baseball. We got 2 plays, ladies and gentlemen. 2 plays. Let's kick it off with the Brewers' first 5 team total over 1.5 minus 130. I put a little boost on it. The best number you can find is 140, I believe, if it didn't move. They're going up against Jose Quintana, who gives up a boatload of hard contact, has a poorly rated average hitter matchup ISO. They just saw him this past weekend when they had what's where I'm looking for? They had that series, excuse me. They had that series last weekend to close out the regular season outside of the Mets doubleheader with the Braves, and he has allowed 2 runs in each of those 2 outings that he's faced the Brewers. And excuse me, I'm not lost with the teams. In 66 combined at bats against Quintana, the Brewers are batting .303 with an OPS of .903. They got the home fans. They need a win. And they're going to guys they just saw. So either Quintana shoves or they're on top of everything he's throwing at them. Guy I think that's going to step up to the plate and crush it is William Contreras. Yesterday went up against a lefty. We know he's fantastic against lefties. Batting .313 with an OPS of .888. Again, back-to-back games with a lefty. This is a great spot. Yesterday he had a single. Didn't do anything else the rest of the game. Dug for this data. I working on the railroad. I was digging for stats, boys, because you don't face a lefty back-to-back games too often. You don't face it too often. 6 times he's gone back-to-back games against a lefty. 4 of those 6 has recorded a hit in that second game. Has gone over H to the double R, which is minus 120 4 of the 6 times. Worth the play. Minus 120, worth the play. But at plus 145, we're going to the bases, which he's only done 2 of the 6 times. Those weren't playoff implications. Those weren't a game you're going to get bounced at. He's due. He's a stud. And I love the price. At plus 145, and the home run is, what did I get the home run? I took the home run. Obviously, a spring with the home run. I like the kid. It is, I think, 520 or 620, regardless. Fantastic price all around.
Bang. So you're all over the Brewers tonight then, I guess, thinking the Brewers are going to get the job done.
It's just the first 5. I don't know what to expect. I was talking to Monty about this. He thinks it's going to be an over game. I don't know. I don't know what to expect.
Question
we saw the Padres. We saw the Padres and the Braves yesterday. That game should have been a 3-1, and they had so many weak ground balls that just kept getting guys on. Prime bets all over. Prime has a future on the Brewers World Series, but he forgot the Yankees are still a team.
Hey man, they may not get past the Royals. You and Shag's on the opposite sides of things.
It'll be. I'll if they get through the Royals, I'll have a good feel for what this team is about. Because a few years ago, when they got past the Guardians, I'm sure they were the Guardians at the time, and they just were sloppy. I bet them to get swept by the Astros, which they did because they were not legit.
Question from the chat for you before you head out, because Miss Marcio is going to love us and leave us. First of all, that hat looked great, dude.
Yeah, right. It's a different black. It's a different black, though.
That is annoying.
This looks this looks navy, doesn't it?
A little bit, yeah. That embroidery looks spicy, though. The question is, you like Jackson tonight?
Sausage. I mean, he seems to be the only one stepping up. The youngest player in baseball. If you think the price is good, I didn't look at him today because I just saw lefty and I was like, I'm going to go back to William, regardless of what his matchup rating is. I think it's great, but that's great. But it really means nothing because the pitching is so decent today. But Quintana has a poor rating on batters-box currency. Couldn't get that out.
You're so excited. We're so excited.
I'm only going to watch the 5th inning because I really want to watch Baker because I haven't got the chance to watch him yet this season. But I was really glad I got those stats. I mean, am I tempted to take the H to the double R on top of the bases? You bet your sweet bippy I am. And I'm not going to give it out. I'm not going to give this out. But I do also have the Brewers spread in the first 5 at plus 110. I'm not giving that out. But somebody may have put it down with a mustache and a Power B hat on and Power B polo on and a dog that's in front of him that's named Palmer. I don't know who that is. I don't know who. It could be Sook. He could be Sook.
He might be a sleepy guy. that also, likes to take
Sometimes
his,
he takes
Nick
bets that he
AIs.
doesn't give out. Sometimes he's on bets he doesn't give out.
Every once in a while. Well, before you leave, since you kind of teased it a little bit, hang out with us for the first little bit. We can talk about this game.
Yeah.
Because Prime said it's a great night for double TV action. This should be a good one. Bucks. Rob kind of talked about it a little bit earlier. The Bucks are 2.5-point dogs in Atlanta and Mercedes-Benz Stadium. The over/under set at 44. I'm not gonna. I mean, I like the move of the line move for the Falcons is what made this really tough for me, because on paper, give me the Bucks, and maybe I still kind of lean with the Bucks, but with how everything kind of heading towards the direction of all the Falcons stuff and everything, it's kind of tough, boys. It's close. Before you dip out, what is your thoughts on this game before we dive a little deeper?
Yeah.
Swaps look a little bit.
I took the Bucks because I boosted. I think I got plus 150. Values there. They've been a team. I feel like everybody's just waiting for them to collapse. I mean, it's still week 5. It's still, the season is still young. We still have 10 plus weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I think I just want to take the dog. Also, I know BetAlytics design it. They have their model. They go off their model. I go off my plums. So my plums and Palmer's squeaky toy are telling me Bucks, Everyone has their system. No, we don't crap on systems here. I have 900. I have the most systems out of all the people. I'm not going to crap on your model. You have your system. It works. The touchdowns were scorching hot this past weekend, but I got plums. And that's just where I'm going.
You got plums, you got a nice hat, and you're all over Mr. Mayfield. I mean, look at that guy. How can you not bet on that guy?
They look good. I can't lie. They
do.
Look good.
They really
Palmer,
do.
stop!
Oh my!
Stop, please. God.
Jess is losing her mind too.
Oh my God.
All right. Well, with that, we'll love you and leave you so you can go deal with your pup. And you're not even really supposed to be here today. But everybody be happy that Mr. Marcio graced us for some baseball and some Baker love and showing us the new hat. Appreciate you, big boy.
Of course. And Hovey, I do not hate the Baker interception. It comes with the grit. He loves Brett Favre. It comes with that mannerism or that aura.
Sometimes
that he
wants to make the play just too fucking bad.
Mm-hmm.
100%.
Wait, before you leave, Kobe, can I just say all 3 of our hats? Oh, I guess we have 4, but 3 of our 4 hats are on screen right now.
Oh yeah,
facts.
Styles. Yeah.
We really do.
Chat, take your pick.
All of our merch. We will have one
I was
more
like, what
too.
are you talking about? I was like, yeah, we all have black hats on. Oh wait, no, we don't. Someone has navy.
Nice navy.
Promo, baby. Come on.
Promo, baby.
And then I was like, wait,
Yeah.
the 3 of the 4 have betting news hats on. I was like, what is V talking about? That is not in our store.
No, I have the other one. The dad cap is the only one left, and that's on its way here. So I'll have that one in my possession soon.
Oh, then we'll
All
just
right,
be
hold on.
hatted
Palmer's
up.
got to say goodbye to you guys.
Okay, we need to know what her deal is, and then we're going to dive into this game a little bit more because we all got plays, we all got thoughts. I have 2 props. We're going to do chat. We have a special surprise for you guys today. We're cooking 2 parlays. Count them. 1, 2. So be sure to write
Say
it
hi
out.
to everybody.
Oh,
Say hi.
she just wanted love.
Palmer!
She just wanted love.
It's Uncle V. Oh yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
She's so big.
Baker
Holy shit.
Mayfield is gonna. Oh my God! You said Baker Mayfield?
Yeah.
Dirty
Yes,
girl.
She knows what's
Dirty
up.
girl.
This is that
She
scene
knows
from
who feeds her.
Deadpool. This is that scene from Deadpool with the little puppy.
Yeah, facts. She does
If you
have a
haven't seen her,
scrappy
look
do
it up.
face. She does.
Mhm.
Tell him.
All right, big dog and
See you,
little dog.
Kobe. Bye, Palmer.
Love you guys.
Love you too, buddy. Appreciate you. Thank you.
Make sure you have your
Look at
spoon
that.
out when you watch the game today.
I have my special spoon, Sook.
Oh my God. All right. Bye bye.
Wait, why is the mayonnaise jar out?
Oh my god.
Yo,
Oh my god.
holy.
All right.
If you didn't get that one, go back and watch the podcast.
Facts. Facts. Which apparently we have to do again because people are asking for it. So, all right, boys. So Colbs leans with the Bucks. Sook I'll let V go first because I know you can give your homer bets, but I want to hear what Mr. Sauce V wrote about this game at bettingnews.com. Boys and girls, you can go read the scribbles as always. But V, what's the moves on this game, brother? What do you think?
I wrote about this last night, and I locked in Bucky Irving and Tyler Algier to go over their rushing props. And now I'm seeing that Bucky Irving is the most bet prop today. But do I give a shit? No, because you know what? It's the right play. And when it's the right play, it doesn't matter whether it's public or not. People love to bet props. There's one NFL game today. Get over it. Grow up. We're betting on Bucky Irving to go over 43.5 rushing yards. The Falcons' pass defense is elite. It's been elite for the last 2 seasons, and it's the reason they won any games last year. This year, it's more of the same. We've seen guys in the secondary, we've seen wide receivers for opposing teams struggle against this Atlanta team, and that's the reason they've been in these low-scoring games. We saw how they beat the Saints. We saw how they beat the Eagles. Same kind of thing that Rob was talking about when he was on here. The Falcons have had one of the toughest schedules, and they're sitting here 2-2 with a divisional win. That's a huge place to be after 4 weeks in the season if you had to play the Eagles, Chiefs, Saints, and number 1 defense in the league in the first 4 weeks, right? Now, we're getting this line here at -2.5. It doesn't really make any sense to anybody. It's also the reason that I'm kind of leaning with the Falcons today. I feel like the Bucs have gotten one really, really public, and I just think that the Falcons are being kind of undervalued a little bit in how good this team possibly is. Now, again, Bijan Robinson didn't. So any other week, you would be talking the praises of this Atlanta Falcons team, except this week, right?
It's true. Sook does also love the Falcons, which is weird.
Tyler Algier has looked fantastic. The way that guy runs, it's like he does not want to go down. It's the opposite of how Bijan runs. He runs soft. He doesn't want to hit the hole, and then you see him crying on the sideline. I think that Algier is going to have another big game today. Over 34.5 is his line for his rushing yards line. Atlanta's going to need to move the ball on the ground. The Bucs are 27th in yards per carry allowed to opponents. They're also ranked, I think, 2nd or 3rd last in yards allowed to running backs. I'm loving this spot for Algier. We saw them split carries last week, as well as just like we saw with Bucky Irving and Rachaad White. So just give me the 2 running backs and what I think is going to be a little bit of a gritty game where they're going to have to run the ball and move the ball on the ground, not so much through the air. I am taking that Kyle Pitts touchdown, though, just because Trizzy likes it, BetAlytics likes it. Come on, like you gotta dabble.
Chef likes Bucky Irving to get in the end zone as his play of the day too. So you can go that route as well.
My arm.
Yeah. Hey, all right now.
So which one of the receivers gets in the end zone? I need to know that. Is it Godwin or is it Evans?
I don't have a guy I lean with touchdowns, but just to quickly comment on your Bucky Irving play, I do like it. I do think that one thing that needs to be noted in this short week is Baker threw the ball. Baker threw the ball 47 times on Sunday. So now you're turning around and you got a short week and you're heading into Atlanta. I think they're going to lean more on the run game. So I love that Bucky Irving look, V. I like that you're not scared of the public money because Bucky is good. We've been talking about this a lot on Gridiron Gang on Sundays. But Rachaad White also played very well last week. But I think there's room for both of them to play well again this week.
I think we've seen now in the NFL, SPJ, last point, over the last couple of years that committee backfields do work. It's not like how it was, like maybe 8 or 9 years ago. Committee backfields work. Yes, maybe they're not the best for our fantasy teams, and it makes it a little bit harder for us guys to bet on these guys. But the thing is they work because running backs get beat the fuck up. If you're not running the ball, you're running routes. If you're not running routes, you're staying inside and blocking 300-pound men running at you at full speed. It's a tough place to be, and it's a tough position to play. That's the reason you see guys like Debo, who have the body of a wide receiver. You throw him in the backfield, and then people are wondering why he gets hurt. It's a very tough thing to kind of go through in a position to play. And I think that's why with this kind of like committee backfield, you have less injuries, you have fresher legs, and you have 2 different running styles that both have to be accounted for, right? You might have a guy that loves to run north to south, and you might have somebody that can catch passes a little bit better, like we've seen with Rachaad White this year. He's a lot more of the pass catching back in this offense. And I think that Bucky Irving has kind of become that north to south. We need a few yards, give him the ball, and move the fucking guys out the way.
Yeah.
So when I was looking at this last night, Rashad White's rushing yards line is 33.5. And obviously, as you guys said, we talked about this a lot over the last few weeks because Sook's been all over the Bucky Irving transition as he is now taking more of the rushing attempts in that backfield. I still like Rashad White over 33.5 rushing yards. I think that he, like you said, Sook, I think he has a great opportunity. I mean, he had 49 last week and he only had 10 carries. This Atlanta rushing defense is not very good. They're bottom 5 in the NFL. I think they both can hit their rushing yards prop. I think everything that you're saying makes sense. Bucky Irving can hit his. I really like Rashad White over 33.5 too. I don't think you need to be scared of either one of those. I really like both of those props. My two favorites in this game are both props on both sides of the coin. This is my favorite prop. Booked it last night. It's kind of moved a little bit, but it's still at 24.5 or a little bit more juice than it is now. I have Bijan over 24.5 receiving yards. Sook knows this. The Buccaneers really struggle with running backs out of the backfield, especially as wide receivers, especially guys who are, or not wide receivers, guys who are receiving backs. Saquon had a really good game against them last week. They have hit 25 plus receiving yards in 4 straight weeks. Running backs have. They had Austin Eckler week 1 have over 50 yards. They had David Montgomery from the Lions go over his receiving yards prop. Javonte Williams, even though he's not a big household name, went over his receiving yards prop. And then last week, Saquon obviously got over his in 2 catches. Did it one kind of big burst, but really struggle. Bottom 2 in the NFL, defending backs out of the backfield from a receptions perspective. So I really like his receiving yards prop. As you said, maybe he runs zesty, but I think he's going to be running. He's going to be catching zesty and running zesty and cashing my 25 plus receiving yards. So I really like that. And then the second one that I like a lot, which is something that we've booked on this channel quite a few times. Shout out Shags. Give me old Baker for 10 rushing yards. It's minus 110. Talked about this a little bit earlier today in Spaces, but I mean, the guy can do this in one run. The Falcons allow the second most rushing yards to quarterbacks. Actually, they allow the most rushing yards to quarterbacks. So I could see Baker scrambling a couple times. They're not going to do any designed runs for Baker necessarily, but I could see him getting all this in one clip, maybe getting over, maybe floating with 20 or 25. You know, he sometimes likes to get rumbling around. These Thursday night games can also get kind of weird. You don't have the proper amount of preparation. You know, maybe some plays kind of break down, and you got to kind of just improvise and make it happen. So I love this line too. Really like both of these plays a lot. I'm excited to just watch the game. Besides that, I don't really want to take a side. I think there's a lot of props that could happen in this one, but I really like both of these lines for these gents. Sook,
are we done? Got it all out of our systems, boys. Any more Falcons plays? Falcons love.
I gave Baker love.
Yeah, so. Baker love, but. Real quick before I talk about my Bucks, I really like, and SPJ, I really like you guys' plays for Algier and Bijan. I think they both can do well because what we're going to see tonight is we're seeing a center who's the second string center for the Falcons. He's only started 5 games in his career, and last week he had 2 penalties. He had a couple of bad snaps. So I think really today, when Kirk Cousins is facing Todd Bowles' defense, which is going to blitz, he's going to have those chances to toss these quick little passes to both dudes. So I love both those plays. But why I think the Bucks win? Because they are going to start clicking. They are going to play this Falcons team twice in this month alone. They have started their season 3-1. I think 4 out of the last 5 seasons, but they still end up 9 wins, 8 wins. They haven't really rattled off and got it together in the post-Tom Brady era. And I think that finally is going to start to happen this season. You've seen the swagger. The one game we lost to the Broncos, that Broncos defense is legit, and we are missing Vita Vea. We are very much a team that relies on vibes. You see Mike Evans running around and telling the defense, like, hey, you're the reason I'm on the field all the time. I love the way you're playing. This team has a lot of veterans, from Diaby, from fucking Levante David. They've been blamed that they're not healthy, but they've been winning. They've been playing well. They've been good on third down. They've been good in the red zone. So I think today they're going to really get over that hump, prove to everyone why they're an elite team, a contending team in this league. We're going to be down two wide receivers, but I think Shepard's coming in off the practice roster. He played great, dropped one in the end zone last week, but I think he's going to have a good game again tonight. And this fucking Falcons team is lost 5 of 6 on Thursday night. Cousins is not very good against blitz, and he's going to get blitzed a fucking shit ton tonight. Also, they're 31st in offensive plays. They don't stay on the field at all. The Falcons are also 26th in receptions allowed. They get peppered by elite wide receivers connecting. We saw Carr connect with his two receivers, his two top receivers 16 times last game. Yes, the Falcons didn't give up any big plays. The biggest run was 15 yards. The biggest pass was 25 yards. They held their own. But I think today the Bucks roll. Honestly, I really fucking do. I think the Buccaneers roll. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. BetAlytics is sharp as fuck. They're basically Skynet. But for all of those reasons, I think the Bucks get it done tonight. We know that Mike Evans, that's my prop in this one too. Mike Evans needs to average over 60 yards a game for the rest of the season to hit that monumentous legendary status of another 1,000-yard season. This line dropped. It was higher earlier, so I'm glad I got it here. But boys, I'm fucking bricked up. My mustache is a little fucking sweaty. I think the Bucks get a win today, for fucking sure, boys.
Fuck
There
yeah,
you go.
man.
That's the longest and maybe the best sell job Sook's ever done.
Yeah, that was fantastic. Holy shit.
Yeah. So I agree with you. On paper, looking at this game, that the Bucks seem like the better team to me. But this is more about, I don't understand this line really. And the way, especially that it's moved over the last couple of days. That's the part of it to me that kind of susses me out. But if you're just asking me to pick a side from my, from the old cojones, from the plums, yeah, give me Baker and the boys. So yeah, everybody's with you, Sook. See? That's what happens.
Love you, Chad.
V and I pitch fucking Titans props to you guys and you all leave.
Yeah, so. Honestly. Hey, Titans won.
Easiest dub of all time, baby.
Yep.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna cook 2 lays.
Let's go.
Per Sook's request. The first lay will be the proper Betty 3 ish. We're not gonna do Falcons money line. Let's agree that we're not going to include a side or a total in either one of these lays. Let's just stick to props. Both in the Thursday night football game. So it'll be kind of an SGP for both. And then that kind of works. We all kind of have multiple props to throw in. So I think that we can kind of do it that route. I'm down to throw either Bijan receiving in one and then Baker rushing in the other. I also like Darnell Mooney for his longest reception. I like that too.
I love that.
I think it's like 15 and a half or 16 and a half.
He's a speedy little fucker.
He's good for a big play, man. I like his receiving yards too, but he always kind of gets it in one chunk. So let me just pull it up real fast. We were talking about it earlier today. I didn't want to spray the board on one game, but it was hard. There was a lot of things that stood out in this one. 20 and a half is his longest reception. He's hit it in 3 straight weeks. His receiving yards line is 45 and a half. Let me bring up the data, show you guys outlier. We can have a little gander and do some labbing together and kind of figure out what we want to do for our parlay. What do you guys think for the three legs for the Betty 3? What do you think, B? What do you want to have your entry be?
I think Tyler Algiers rushing yards.
Okay.
The Betty 3. Let's do that.
Okay.
Should we do like Bijan in one and Algier in one?
Yeah, we'll be down for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I was thinking. So we do like Bijan receiving, or sorry, we do Baker rushing, Algier rushing, and then whichever prop you want to throw in, Sook.
Let's put. Oh, fuck! I do like Cade Otton. Oh, I forgot to say this too, guys. Go peep Dev's article on touchdown scores for this game. He likes Cade Otton. I really, really love that look. The last 2 weeks, he's been connecting more with Baker. They've been making an effort to get him the ball. I think he has 12 receptions in the last few weeks, but he has not gotten into the end zone yet this year. I think it's like plus 600. Great fucking value on it. Go check it out.
Okay, sick.
Yeah, he did a good job on that article. Between V covering the game and Devin covering the touchdowns, we got you covered. So if we want to do, let me just pull up and see what we're looking at from an Algier perspective here. Algier rushing. Did you see his receiving yards line, V, by any chance?
No, I did not.
It's 3.5.
I could see it. He only had 2 targets though last week, which makes me a little bit sus. Like he's not a big pass catching guy out of the backfield. Like from what I'm seeing, he's got 3 targets all season, and 2 of them came last week.
Mm-hmm.
So when he's out there, it feels like he's out there to run the ball through the tackles.
Like a proper psycho too.
Yeah, that dude. Yeah, he runs like he used to run like an anime kid. You know, he ran through the halls.
I like him to score a touchdown.
Phew!
I think he scores.
Like that, you know what I mean? That's why he's running through the hallway. Phew! Look at that.
I think he scores a touchdown. We can also do a little cheeky touchdown lay if you guys want.
I would love to twist my arm. Algier,
okay.
and Pitts.
Pitts, there you go.
That is fucking disgusting. I love
That's gross. I was going to say we could do Bucky Irving in there too. Because everybody's scoring points.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to that. Four guys.
All right, so Algier over 37.5 rushing yards. Baker over 10 plus rushing yards. And then which play do you want to throw in? Which play do you want to throw in, Sook?
Oh, Sook.
Let's do in this guy. Let's do Mike in this one.
Evans?
Yeah.
59.5?
Yep. Works.
Okay. All right. So Algier over 37.5 rushing yards. Baker Mayfield over 10 plus rushing yards. And then Mike Evans 60 plus receiving yards. That is plus 508. Plus 508 chat. You guys can pick and choose which lay you would like to ride. You can ride this one or the other one. And you can decide. Or you can ride both. Or you can ride neither. It's up to you. Okay. Riding that one. Boom. We live. Okay, now I'm gonna go Bijan receiving in this one. I have V. Do you want to do Irving?
Yeah, let's go with Bucky.
Rushing.
Yes, sir.
44.5. Sook?
How do you guys feel about my boy Drake?
Dude, he's so inconsistent, man. I looked at his catches. He's had 6 catches, and I looked at his yards, and somebody's catching something because this Buccaneers, as you know, secondary isn't amazing. But I prefer Mooney. But I mean, you watch this team, so. But that's on the other side.
I'm gonna watch them both. I think Mooney is good for a big play. Can we parlay that in there? Longest reception?
No, unfortunately not.
Not longest, but we could just take his over.
46.5.
I don't know about that one. We could just do
Bijan.
Godwin receptions.
We could.
I could see Mike really stretching this defense out, and you end up like I was talking about with Olave and what's his name, Shaheed. They both had 8 receptions against this team.
How do you feel about just taking Chris for 6 instead of 6.5?
Yep, buy it down.
I like that.
Let me just double check what the odds would be for that. Yeah, so if we do Chris for 6 receptions, Bijan for over 26.5 receiving yards, and then Bucky Irving 45 plus rushing yards, that's plus 411.
That'll do.
That'll do, donkey.
Yes.
Okay.
Now
we'll do a touchdown lay. I think let's do 3 legs because it's one game. Let's not try to pick 4 scores. That's really hard.
Yeah, I'm down to do that.
Okay, so then who did you say you wanted to do? Bucky?
I like Bucky. I think Chef likes Bucky. I think we ride with BetAlytics for Pitts. Let's make this more like the lotto, like for the vibes.
Right. Mm-hmm. Let's stick with the tight ends then. Let's do Pitts and Otton and Bucky.
I was gonna say, how do you guys? Yeah, okay, all right.
No.
I think I like Algier a little better than Otton.
Sure.
I know you like the Otton read, but but we can look.
I like Tyler Algier. I think he's really fucking good. So I'm not opposed to that at all. I could see him smashing one in on a 3rd down.
I don't know, man. I just see it like there's so many vultures were out last week. I feel like they're hanging around. Bijan, everybody's going to be thinking he's scoring a touchdown. They're going to get down inside the 5, and
let's do Algier.
Algier's going to stumble and rumble in there,
I can see it.
Yeah, Rusty. Also, if you fucking see man coverage in the red zone today, if you can live bet Mike Evans touchdown, if you see that man coverage, Baker's throwing it at him if it's 1-on-1.
I mean, it's a good shout. Rusty's right. No one's mentioned it. I think that everyone's kind of scared of this Atlanta secondary, but as you said, and it's been since week 1, if they get down there, Baker's going to throw it to him at least once. He's just going to throw him one of those little jump balls.
Yep.
Maybe we throw him in.
Mike?
I said no. Maybe I said no for, but now that we're here,
better be the over then. I'm down to put him in. I think this could be a shootout, to be honest.
This might sound weird, but what about Rashad White? Like you said, Sook, he was still good last week, right?
Mhm.
Still saw a good snap count. And the thing is I don't think that any team is jumping at the chance of giving a rookie the entire keys to the backfield. If anything, it's going to be a split backfield for a few weeks. And then if Rashad White really drops the ball.
Well, if you watch the carries, it's been split. It's been
uneven.
And with the entire world on Bucky the way that it is today, doesn't it seem fitting that Rashad White jumps in there for the first touchdown even?
That's why I like his yards too.
Yeah, like he really opened my eyes when you said his line is at 33.5. I was like, this is going to be one of those moments where we're sitting here looking like, how the fuck was Rashad White's line 33.5 and we were taking Bucky Irving at 46.5?
Exactly. That was my thought when I was labbing this last night before I went to sleep. I was like, Bucky Irving makes too much sense. Doesn't mean it can't hit. It's probably going to hit. But I looked at Rashad White. He also had over 100 yards rushing against the Falcons when they played last year.
Like he's plus 170 right now on BetOnline. I feel like that's better value than taking a backup, technically still a second string running back at like plus 140.
I agree with that.
Because if we're already taking Algier to get a touchdown,
we're not at Conics. We did briefly touch on it. I think he gets his receptions. I think he gets it today. I think they're going to pepper him.
The Buccaneers have also only allowed one passing touchdown all year.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so hear me out. Pitts is plus 310, and I think that we let Pitts be a straight bet, and we don't let him ruin this parlay. How you guys feel about that?
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm down. We can put it in because we're talking about stuff. We're just kind of brainstorming at this point.
But then everyone can tail BA separately, and it's not like double dipping, I guess.
And Trizzy,
yeah.
But the thing is we could do Mike Evans, Rashad White, and Tyler Algier.
Algier, White, and sorry, missed it.
And Evans.
What
do you think about Evans, V? What's the thought? You like because I don't know. I just feel like that it's one of those days.
I do really like Evans, man. I think he's gonna have a big game, and like we've seen him this year and how good he's been. Like Sook said, he's chasing another 1,000-yard season. He's been one of the most elite, consistent receivers in the game, and nobody talks about him because the Bucs weren't relevant until Tom Brady went down to Tampa, right? But the thing is this dude is fucking money. He's always been money, whether it was Jameis Winston throwing him balls, Tom Brady, or now Baker Mayfield.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and it's super dope to see because he had one off week, and then what happened? We roll into the next week, and the entire coaching staff has game plan to get him involved early and often, and he scored a touchdown very quick.
Yep.
He had 7 red zone targets last week.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot.
Like you said, those jump balls.
Yeah. So if we do Algier, Rashad White, and Mike Evans, that's plus 1958.
That'll do.
You feel good about that?
I do. V, you happy, Pappy?
I am happy, Pappy.
Chat, you guys like that? You gonna write it out with us? I'm in. That does feel saucy. You're right. And you got the sauce team on a Thursday, so we might as well get saucy with you boys.
Accidental all sauce.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm locking it in.
Can I just say this is really funny? It's kind of fucking stupid, but Akonic said in chat, I really don't like White, as in Rashad White, but Twitch thought he was being racist, so it blocked his comment.
Oh, that's hilarious. We love you. We would never block your comment. I'll read off everything right now, Regular Hooper. They will also, the 2 regular lays will get posted on Twitter or on X, so be sure to pay attention to that in the next 15-20 minutes before the game starts. This touchdown lay, though, is only for you guys. The benefit of being here with us right now. All right, chat, listen up. Here you go. I'm reading it once. Number 1. This is a plus 508 3-legger for this game. Tyler Algier over 37.5 rushing yards. Baker Mayfield, 10 plus rushing yards. And then Mike Evans, 60 plus receiving yards, plus 508, 3 legs. If you don't like the sound of that one, you can write out this one, plus 424, 3 legs. Bijan Robinson, over 28.5 receiving yards. Bucky Irving, over 44.5 rushing yards. Chris Godwin, 6 plus receptions, plus 424. Last, if you want to write a touchdown lay, 3 guys to get in the end zone. Tyler Algier, Rashad White, and Mike Evans for the vibes. That's it.
Vibes, boys.
That's it. That's all. That's it. That's all. Great stuff.
And Bucks money line if you got the plums.
I'm going to do something really weird after the show, and it's going to be awesome.
Oh, make sure you send it to me, please.
Oh, I will. We'll send you something else, too. We don't have to talk about that on the show. Iconics getting frisky. We'd love to see it. Guys, thanks so much for stopping by today for your afternoon Betspresso. Big thanks to BetAlytics for hanging out with us as always on Thursdays, giving out some free subs to you guys. Also, congratulations to Uncle Tone for winning one of our new hats. We'll have some more information about those in the next week, but we do have more of them very, very soon. Tail button activated. We'd love to see it, Embiid. We guys get a double dip tomorrow right here on the channel with Up Your Units in the morning time at 11 Eastern, 10 Central. And then you're stuck with us 3 again tomorrow for All Sauce Team. And tomorrow we're going to be talking about the NBA Western Conference. We're going to be previewing the Western Conference, getting you guys ready for the NBA season. And then we're going to be going into week 5 of the NFL season, kind of giving you our thoughts and our early looks out there for the NFL. It's going to be a fun sauce season.
Fucking huge stream, guys. Big stream.
And I forgot this too. We have NZ joining us tomorrow as well for a portion of the show too, to talk about the WNBA playoffs tomorrow as well. So big show tomorrow. Be sure to tap in with us. Give us a follow on the channel. Once again, thanks so much for 2,000 followers. Really, really appreciate the vibes as always. There will be basket case tomorrow. Chewy, don't worry. There'll be basket case tomorrow. And betting news question above. What was the question?
Oh, pairing Bucky Irving touchdown scorer with who? Who do you want to pair it with, Rowdy?
Yeah, put your plums on the table and pair
Trust
it,
yourself.
Gerald, don't worry. I asked today.
We got in trouble today.
Yeah.
I'm not. If you guys don't know, I am technically the boss, and I have to sometimes put my boss card on.
SPJ doesn't want the Celtics to be cursed this year.
It's just one of those things. Yeah. All right, chat. Thanks so much for hanging out with us on the channel. Give us a follow. Like I said, go check out bettingnews.com for free and go check out our sponsors at BetOnline. Get that QR code and that deposit bonus right up there. Appreciate you guys being here. Have a great rest of your Thursday. We appreciate you guys for joining the channel as always. And we will catch you guys for a double dip tomorrow. Boys, it's been a pleasure. Chat, been an absolute pleasure. You guys came for the winners. You stayed for the vibes. Enjoy the game tonight, and we will see you guys tomorrow. Take it easy. Peace.
What you know about rolling down in the down in the
Now I know y'all be loving this shit
what you
right
know
here.
about rolling
What you gonna do?
rolling
What you gonna do?
down in the rolling
What you gonna do? Right, y'all be loving this shit.
what you know about